Coaches, this is for a voiceover to help you get ready for sectionals coming up. I'm using Hewitt Trustful schedule page here with their permission. What I wanted to point out is in the email that you're fixing to get, it will tell you to have all green thumbs on your matches. Okay, so you see here they have all green thumbs on their events. Obviously, they have some red thumbs for events that are still upcoming at the time of this video. This red thumb right here for their Bob Jones at Hewitt was a dummy duel for state duels for those that participated in that event. So that's why it will be red, but it will not affect things because there's no matches associated with that duel match. This was strictly a dummy duel used for weigh-in sheet purposes. So you can see all their little weigh-in scales are green. It means he's committed all his weigh-ins. If you have not done this, please do so at this time. If you're not sure, you can click on more and then weigh-ins. You can see that all their kids over here have 0 open weigh-ins. Open weigh-ins means they have a weigh-in sheet that has not been committed. And then you can also see over here how many times your kid has been weighed in. Okay, so that's under the schedule page, green thumbs, green weigh-in scales. Over here on the right-hand side, we have the level associated with this particular event. So for this very first event, 2023 Top of the Mountain JV, this was a junior varsity event. Okay, so we can click on the drop-down box, change it if we need to. Make sure that your varsity events are labeled as such. So this Warrior Duels here on 11/11 was a varsity event. ARAB event here was a freshman event. So you need to make sure all your events are selected varsity or JV or whatever level they may be, because the system for sectionals will only count varsity matches. Okay. One other thing I want to point out here is if you go to matches, you can click on your individual kids in your lineup, okay, and you can check to see what matches they have in for, okay. So I'm just going to kind of click through. So you can see this kid has all varsity matches here. He does have one junior varsity match here at Mountain Brook, so you need to make sure that your wrestlers' matches and results match up, okay. So this kid has junior varsity, freshman matches, a handful of varsity matches, depending on what the event was. So make sure all these results are correct as you go through before you submit your lineup for sectionals. So here's another one that's a lot of freshmen, junior varsity, a few varsity matches. All right, and then I'll pick another one here. His are going to be all varsity matches. So you need to verify all your dual matches are correct. If you went out of state, you need to make sure you enter those results, okay, because the system's only going to pull varsity matches, not JV or exhibitions. So you need to make sure that your results for each of your wrestlers that you're entering in for sectionals is correct. One last thing we can pull up here is if I click on, I'll pick him. You click on the individual wrestler, you can see his information. This seed criteria is very important. This is what the system is using to generate your seed points for sectionals. So obviously the system's already been turned on, so it should have some of this pre-filled. Obviously he was a state champion last year. Obviously he's a state qualifier. He won't have any 1 through 4A, 5A, or 6A matches because he's a 7A wrestler. You can click on recalculate here. It should recalculate his matches. So now he went from 18-0 to 20-0 in 7A varsity record wins and record winning percentage. He also has the 15 minimum matches, varsity minimum matches. Okay, and then you click save down here. All right, so this will be helpful for you to verify and double check for all your wrestlers that you're going to use for sectionals. It's good just to do it for all your wrestlers, but definitely for the wrestlers you're using for sectionals. If you have any other questions, let me know. More information to come soon. Thank you.